This is Lava Lord, and I'm doing a deck profile on my Dark World deck. Some of the cards in here are, as you can say, alternate artwork, but I run one. If I do run alternate artwork cards, I run one copy of the actual card, so nobody can complain at locals like, oh, I can't read that or whatever. So first off, monster lineup, 3 Garafas, pretty much the beat stick of the deck, destruction, and like I said, I have one of the regular ones and 2 alternate artworks. And if I go to regionals or something, I have the other copies to run. Next is 3 Snow on Light of Dark World, the searcher for the card, and has a pretty cool second effect if it gets kicked off. Here's my copy of the original and 2 alternate, kind of like the alternate better. Next is 3 Brow. He is the draw engine. Can become a pot of greed with the field spell, so good card. 2 Vanguard, special summon or normal summon. You don't have to tribute for him if you have that Grafa and no discard outlet. So 2 Silva, good beat stick, and aside in 2 gold for like mirror matches or decks that'll make me discard from my hand, because I like gold's second effect better than Silva's, but I like the way Silva looks better than gold. Next is Morphing Jar. He gives you ridiculous amount of pluses. It is not even funny. My next card is a personal choice. I thought about running that Archfiend guy that gives you the discard outlet, but I like Stygian Street Patrol better, because he can special summon some of my monsters, and he has an added burn effect while he's on the field, and with the field spell he becomes 1900. So, and last monster is Sangan, to search for my brows and stuff like that. Spell lineup, 1 card destruction, great card. Just like Morphing Jar gives you like ridiculous amounts of pluses with the right hand. 3 Dark World Dealings. I know a lot of people are running 2 or even none of them because they're scared of mirror matches, but that's why you don't go nuts first duel and screw yourself over with your first turn. Only 1 MST. I have the other 2 sided and the Dust Tornado sided for back row hate. Heavy Storm, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. Dark World Dealings, or Lightning, it's pretty much use this with Grafa, destroy 2 cards. Book of Moon, just whenever I set my Morphing Jar, I don't really like my opponent to be able to attack Morphing Jar and get his hand on his first turn. I like to set Morphing Jar, block their monsters, my next turn, get my pluses, and finish them off before they get used the cards that they drew from Morphing Jar. 1 Allure of Darkness. It's a pretty good card. Dark Hole, pretty good card. 1 Gateway to Dark World, just so if I have Snow or Brow or something in my graveyard, I can special summon it, bounce it back to my hand for Grafa's effect, special summon him. Next is 3 Gates of Dark World. Pretty much your engine for the deck. Searchable 3 through Snow, and I have one of the original and then 2 of the alternate artworks. Next is 2 Solemn Warnings, just monster hate. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, more monster hate. Deck Devastation Virus. I run 1 main and 1 side. Can really mess with plants. One duel, guy was running plants and filled up his field, used Glow Up Bulb's effect from the graveyard, special summon it, and then as soon as he special summon Glow Up Bulb hit with this, he loses Glow Up Bulb for the rest of the duel unless he wants to waste Monster Reborn or something like that on it, and for the next 3 turns pretty much all of his monsters go straight to the graveyard. Mirror Force, Mind Crush, good card because even if I just need a discard outlet, I can just call some random off the wall name, and if they don't have it, I get to I randomly discard a card and I get one of my monsters' effects pretty much. One time that backfired on me though. I was dueling a Chaos deck, and he had already milled 2 of his Chaos Sorcerers and Blackluster Soldier, and I was thinking, what's the chances of him actually running 3 Chaos Sorcerers in a lightsworn Chaos deck? So I was like, Chaos Sorcerer, and sure enough he had it. And at that point I really needed to discard my one and only card in my hand, which was Snow, which would have started getting some stuff off, but oh well. Next, Trap Dust Chute. Good card. Great with Mind Crush. Flip Morphing Jar if I don't finish them off that turn. Set Trap Dust Chute and Mind Crush. Activate Trap Dust Chute. Send a monster back. And then get rid of whatever else I feel needs to get lost. And then 1 Escape from the Dark Dimension. I actually like this because you do remove from play a lot of your stuff, and Grapha might get bottomless, so set it, they bottomless Grapha, he comes back next turn. Or I can remove from play Snow, and then as soon as I activate this, special summon Snow back, return it to my hand to bounce Grapha back to my field. As of right now, I don't have an extra deck. I'm probably going to end up running 1 Genesis, Keeper of Genesis, and 1 Keeper of Armageddon, level 5 XYZs. But I don't really think the deck needs the synchro stuff and all in it. It's good by itself, just blowing stuff up. Extra deck is, or side deck is Nico Main King. Great card against mirror matches or wind-ups. As soon as it gets sent from your hand to the graveyard, your opponent's turn automatically ends. 2 more MSTs for micro decks and just decks I don't want to deal with their back row. Same with Dust Tornado, back row hate. Second Mind Crush, just cause sometimes I want to run both of them main deck, and sometimes I just want to go with 1. So this way, if I want to, I just, you know. 1 Goes In match, good for plants, stuff like that. That's just has a mixed lot of stuff in it. 2 Light Imprisonment Mirrors. Originally ran this card because of a girl that runs Watts, and this deck could never beat them because she'd get out Hopper Lockdown, I'd use Dark Hole, and then she'd use Recycling Batteries, Proton Lead, special summon one of the Watt Hoppers, normal summon the other Watt Hopper, Watt Lockdown again. So I was like, screw it, I'm just putting in this. Same with Skill Drain. Skill Drain doesn't affect any of my monsters. They're set for, I don't get my burn effect from Had a brain fart there. But I don't get my burn effect from Stygian, and I don't get Morphing Jar's flip effect, but they're easily sided out. Mask of Restrict for Monarchs and stuff that tribute stuff from the field. And 2 Compulsories for monsters, for decks that like spam Synchros and Stardust and oh you can't destroy anything. Well, I'll just return it. That's my deck. Let me know what you think. Give criticism, but don't be a complete douche about it. I know this isn't tour guide god deck like people run, but it works. I mean, when you're dropping Grafas and destroying stuff, and then special summoning your 3000 beater back with the field spell, and with as much monster hate in this deck, it really doesn't need any extra help. But the extra help can be good sometimes, but I just don't want to run 3 tour guides and 1 Sangin and draw into 2 tour guides, 1 Sangin, and then only 1 tour guide has its effect and the other 2 become dead in your hand. So that's what I think, but let me know what you think, and I'll be posting more videos.